Okay, so I was just in the midst of doing a podcast and trying to stay very neutral. And Spirit was pulling me in and pulling me in and started talking to me while I'm trying to talk, which is really challenging. I'm used to it within readings, but not when I'm trying to be in 3D world. So what I said to Spirit was, I will be with you in a moment. Let me finish the podcast. And so now I'm tuning in to channel directly whatever it is they're wanting to say. And it feels heavy on my brain, which is why I kind of am doing the squinty thing right now. So I'm just going to open up, channel what comes through, and we will roll with it. This message is coming through from the Ascended Master Sanat Kumara. And the message is that we are in great transformative times right now, energetically. The actions are starting at this moment. They're starting, everything has been set up in fourth dimensional frequency to provide this platform for clearing of souls. Those that are not meant to enter will be prohibited. They will not be able to even enter to see what is happening in that fourth dimensional frequency, even through meditation. There's going to be a silence on access to the higher dimensions as this transportation happens. To those of you that are light workers, don't feel afraid or ignored by not having access to this dimension. If you bypass and go straight into fifth and beyond, you will not get hung up. But to those of you that feel you are being blocked access, it's because you are trying to move through fourth dimension. And again, you will not have access to this fourth dimension for this duration. This duration on your planet could seem like it would be about 2 weeks in time, although that is also a guesstimate based on the free will of the participants involved. Do keep that in mind. If you find you are hitting this attempt at access and are being blocked, simply release your intent. See if you can float higher then. And if you can't, simply surrender to the time needed for this process to happen. It is like a construction zone on your planet. You're prohibited from moving through that area because there is work that's needed to be done, and it would be too detrimental for you to be moving through it anyways. That is why you're blocked off. The same as what's happening in fourth dimension right now. Take this time to come back to play, come back to rest and peace. Do remember, though, that there are those of you who are light workers who will be called to come into this platform exactly for this reason, which is to help souls cross and to get on the proper trains. The platform that we're talking about is to imagine a 3D world is similar to the 3D world that you move around in. Fourth dimension is like going down into a subway station. The fourth dimension is the platform of that station in which you are waiting to get on a train. And the train is the portal that is taking people to these other dimensions in which they will continue their growth as a soul. There are many trains taking people to many dimensions. But it is important that beings and souls get on to the right trains. That is fourth dimension. That is this platform of access. Now, coming back to this idea, there are many light workers who right now their role is to be on that platform to help people get on the right train. You may be one of them. You will notice you're one of them if you feel you are being pulled out of 3D consciousness often during your daily life right now. Much of this sleep time is so that you can be more present on this fourth dimensional platform. There are many beings that herald this position of gatekeeper, this position of correspondent, this position of translator, this position of director. All of these people, light workers, are needed right now for this to happen as we invite this big wave and influx of beings to the other side on the proper trains, meaning in the proper portals. This is what is happening now at this time. We understand the drain as well that this will place on many of you as you try to rationalize it with your 3D mind. And when we mean rationalize, we mean trying to understand the sensations and emotions coming through your being and interpreting them in the 3D world, even though they may not apply. You may find you are more drawn to rest, sleep, or meditation, and in those states you don't quite remember what's happening, yet you come out of it feeling tears and sorrow and sadness at the same time as feeling joy and peace and harmony. This is because you are standing so close to that gateway, so close to that doorway to the other side. This is very normal. The best thing you can do is to surrender yourself to this process. This is why we are sharing this message for light workers right now. Surrender to this process. And to those of you that are not involved in this process, surrender to why. It is not that you are being left out, it is because you have more work to do either in the higher dimensions of helping receive those from those different portals to where they are. This may happen when you are astral traveling in sleep or meditation state. Those that are on the receiving end, though, are doing so mostly in their nighttime sleep state, as this allows for more time. As well, those that are feeling blocked into entry of fourth dimension may be needed to be here and present, shining their light in the third dimensional world as we see this influx of the wave transform its way through the world. This again has a great purpose. All of you have a purpose during this transformation that we are at now. When we say now on your planet, we do mean now, and at this point, it is now on your planet as well. You will see this influx start to happen now. We can't reveal all the ways in which this transformation occurs because the burden of that knowledge would be too much for the human consciousness. Just know that it is now, and as you see these transitions, deaths, transformations begin, hold harmony in your hearts and understand that we have planned for this. The souls agreeing to depart from this fourth dimensional platform have agreed to this as well. No one will be lost. This is something we have made sure of. By creating these different beings and guardians that we call vectors, everything is safe and secure and planned and to be executed now. Please know that we have your hearts in our highest regard. We are with you, we feel you, and this is an impactful time in consciousness. We leave you with love and light. Well, that feels better from my energy. Definitely lots to ponder in that, and I would be curious to know how different people are experiencing that information as well right now. So, very interesting.